We're going to continue to learn subjunctive this week with the imperfect forms. You can also find these on page 27 in your chart book for future reference. Now the book says, and I quote, "Forming the imperfect subjunctive is the easiest task there is in learning Latin." So this should be a pretty short video. I think you'll find it very easy. To form the active perfect subjunctive, you're going to take the second principal part, which remember is just the infinitive. You take the entire infinitive and add the regular personal active endings mst, mus, tis, nt. So if you look, every single, right here, expedire, 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 and what's left are those endings. Very easy. Okay, this even applies to irregular verbs. So the very first time you're actually going to use that second principal part in something, essay on something other than an infinitive. So literally essay, 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 and add mst, mus, tis, nt, right? Check out the translations to make sure that you totally understand that. Okay, let's go to the passive imperfect subjunctive, and to here you simply add the regular personal passive endings to the second principal part, which are ris, ter, mer, mini, inter, right? So again, you every single time you see, actually I should do the endings. Remember, ris, ter, mer, mini, inter. Super easy. That's all there is to it. You really actually never even need to memorize these charts. You just need to memorize the rule. You already know the endings. Last thing, deponent verbs. What do we do with deponent verbs? Now, for deponent verbs, you first change the second principal part from passive to active. So you already know this is the passive infinitive. All you're going to do is change it to active, which you should already know because it's A, E with a macron, E without a macron, and I. Right? Simple, easy. And then you add the regular endings, right? Ris, ter, mer, mini, inter. Okay? So even though you add the passive endings, do you remember? They translate as active. So again, we have regular active infinitive with the passive endings that you already know. And again, you're going to translate them as deponent verbs. Remember, translate as active even though they have a passive ending. That is all there is to the whole thing with the imperfect subjunctives.